Hey, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Today we got a new stove by Fire Maple. It is the Greenpeak stove. That'll go perfect with our Fire Maple cup that we reviewed a couple of videos back. So please kick back, enjoy. Hopefully you can hear it. It is cold here. It is windy. So we're going to have to find a nice secluded area later on to do our hands-on stuff. So stick with it. I think you'll enjoy it. Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. I hike it so you don't have to. So today we're going to look at the Fire Maple Greenpeak 1 integrated gas stove. I got this off Amazon the other day. I'll put the price in the upper corner just so you know. This is supposed to be compatible with the Fire Maple Petrel, the cook pot I reviewed the other day, or a couple of videos back. So I'm hoping that this, being a little shorter, will be better than what I'm using, and I'm using the MSR Pocket Rocket, the original one. So let's do a typical unboxing and go through our usual routine with this. I think the quality of the boxes and how they're boxing them up lately has been improved considerably. Alright, so here's the stove itself. The bag is your typical nylon bag. It's pretty cheap. But your mobile kitchen. Fire Maple. What else do they got? Other things in here. They give you directions. You know, I gotta appreciate that. A lot of stuff I've been getting lately have no directions or anything in them. All the different languages. How to use it. That's only one-sided. There you go. So here it is. Come with this little plate for outdoor use only. Fire Maple camping stove. When initially looking at this, it's okay. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You know, I don't get the high quality feel for it. For the price, I guess it's okay, but I don't know what I was expecting. So these legs rotate up. Now, keep in mind, I got it mainly just for that cook set, the cook pot that I got. So let's just screw this in here. Let's make sure that's off. Oh, okay. I don't know if you notice there's a little gasket there. Let's put that in there. Okay, I'm not going to turn it on, but you can see the spark, piezo lighters. All right. Give me a moment and we're going to go through the basic stats on this and weight and measurements. So we got the scale out. We're going to go through this, but I just wanted to point this out again. I don't think I've ever seen a stove with a gasket around here, and it actually makes really a lot of sense. I don't know why more of them don't do it. And of course, I know I'm complaining about the feel of this, and I've been proven wrong the last few videos with some of the items I've dealt with that I thought would be cheap but worked out really well. So I'm thinking I could be wrong with this. A lot of people seem to really like this stove, so we got to give it a chance. Always got to give new things a chance. So let's just plop this on here. And I'm going to put this on here as well. We are looking at 3.2 ounces, 3.2 ounces. Not extremely heavy. A lot heavier than my BRS stove. You know, it is what it is. So open. We're going to do a little measurement on that. Now, I really like the Fire Maple cup that I got. Not happy that I had to get a whole special stove for it, but gotta love it when technology doesn't work. Always unplug a battery, plug it back in, and it seems to work. All right, remember these are approximate lengths. We're going to go from here to there. That's approximately 3.19 inches or 81.2 millimeters, 81.2 millimeters. Now the flare on it as well. That gets you 87 millimeters or 3.42 inches. I'm getting a horrible glare today, so it's 3.42 inches. Now remember, the whole reason I got this was for the Fire Maple Petrel. Let's give it a try with it and see how it works. So we're going to get the Coleman canister on this. So we're going to screw this into the top. Now you can see the little gasket there. It kind of blocks it off in there, which I'm liking that. I don't know if other Fire Maple items are like that, but I don't think I've ever had a stove that actually did it. Usually there'll be like a flat gasket on top. Okay, we got that on there. Seems stable. I mean, it's a little short on top, but all right. Let's adjust the stand. That we're adjusted a little better. Let's see. We're gonna plop that in. Oh, actually. Oh my gosh, it's so much easier than when I was using my pocket rocket. It's like it's almost made for it. That's crazy. Okay. So that works. Let's see how it fits in the actual cup itself. So we're going to see how it fits in the cup. I just unscrewed it and made it a little quicker. Fold that down. Fold that down. Fold that down. Pop that up. This will get cut off as soon as we make sure everything works on it. I'm going to put this in here. Well, I was trying to, hopefully, I was hoping that would, lay down on that side. Let's take it out of the bag. I like the bags, but this bag is really cheap. I don't even know if I'd use it in there. Okay, it does fit on its side. That's what I was hoping it would do. Now I need to find a little fuel canister and we'll give it a try with the fuel canister. So we're going to take a 110 canister, 110 gram canister of fuel. I just bought this the other day at REI. I think it was like $5.95 US. We're going to see how this fits in here. Yeah, this thing's going to have to come off. Okay. Okay. That just increased the value to me right there. Now we're going to take my Vargo bot. This is where I took the canister from. You can see, I usually keep the canister up here. This is where I keep my BRS stove. And you can see all the stuff in here. Oh, I don't know why I didn't put that back appropriately. And, you know, you got the pot grabbers. I got my spoon in here. So we're just going to plop that in. I don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, wait, you know what? It may. It may. And I always put this in like this. I have to take out the pot grabber. Let's try that. I don't know if it's because of this thing on here that's holding it up. I think it may be. Okay. So that works with that as well. I try to keep this with my BRS, but once we try the burn test on this, you know, this could be my new stove. And everything I said at the beginning of this video, feeling how cheap it is, hasn't changed. But first look at something, you can't judge a book by its cover. That's what I was trying to say. You cannot judge a book by its cover. So, all right, we're going to have to get outside, boil some water, see how this goes, because I'm definitely not doing this in the house. Not at least in the first burn, or you really shouldn't be using these in the house to begin with. So, all right, we'll give this a try outside. All right, so we're a little later in the day. Figured we'd come down to the beach, give it another try, because I really like filming out here. Who knows how long I'll be living by the beach or staying at the beach, so gotta take advantage of it. Cooled up considerably, but it's still very windy. And when I say cooled up, it didn't cool that much, but heck of a lot warmer than it was this morning. I think we're gonna go to the rock wall over there. Real quick, just take a quick look. If you've never had an opportunity to live by the beach for a short time or gone on vacation at the beach, yeah, you gotta take advantage of it. You know what? I see a nice log over here. Oh, on the wall. So if you haven't figured it out, usually I have a pretty good plan in my head, and every now and then, plan falls apart. So I think I've filmed over here one point a while back. I just don't know if we're going to record the temperature when it boils and everything. I don't know if it's fair with this much wind and everything. So we might just do a more of a challenge thing where let's see what it can do. As long as my face doesn't freeze. Oh, you know what? Let's go over there. Looks like we could find some spots where we can actually sit and set everything up pretty well over here. Ooh, that looks like a great stone. All right, so now we have a little challenging area. I had to move down a little bit because there was no real place to sit. So here we got our stove in here. I wanted to just show you what I have in my Fire Maple. I think it's a Petrel cup. That's what this is. Let's open this bad boy up. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with these hinges on these lately. Let's put this off to the side. I'm sure you can notice that I'm in the water here. All right, so here's the stove. Here's my collapsible spoon. Put that off to the side. There's my semi-sugar. Here is my alcohol or gas. You know what? We're not going to do a timer on this. We'll be able to tell when it's boiling. But so we got our stove here. Now, in case you haven't noticed, it is very cold out. And I'm doing everything without gloves on because I can't feel my hands in my gloves. Put that on there. Keep in mind, this is a stove that we refilled, or I refilled a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I have released the video yet. Eventually will. Okay, so that works. So I put the stove down on the ground. A little tougher to get to. It's a little further away than I would like. We got this, it's going to go on here. Remember, this stove was specifically made for this. What we're going to do is, I know I have a timer here. We'll just keep track of it through our little green timer that we typically use for everything. I don't know if you could see that. See it a little. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get this thing started. So we know where we're going to put the canister. Turn that on. Ooh. You only get flare-ups like that when it's windy out, so let's put that on there. Let's put our water in there before the bottom of the pot fries. Let's get this bad boy started. And let's put the lid on her. Before we do that, let's just crank this up all the way. Just go all out. So I'm predicting it won't take too long. So we're at basically a minute and 20. You'll be boiling in a second. Really, with the heat exchange unit on the bottom, think about jet boils. It's very similar to a jet boil type system at a fraction of the price. I was worried about this stove, but it seems to be doing pretty good. Look at that. I'd say another minute it'll be boiling. We're at 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and we are at a rolling boil. Wow, that was actually really good. Man, I've been using so many alcohol stoves that I forgot how quick a gas stove would be. So we ended at around 220. I can't get my hands on this quick enough because my hands are not doing so hot in this cold weather. All right, we're going to leave that to the side for a moment. Here's my GSI. I don't even know what it's called. I've had this for years. It's a coffee. You know, I don't know if you figured this out from this channel. I love my coffee any way we can get it. Put this off to the side. And I'm starting to figure that anything with coffee filters is the best that works for me. And these are the filters that I got. Probably not the right size. We got about half a baby bottle. Perfect. Let's just take this off. Look at that. Dang, that was quick. Was not expecting it to be that quick. Let's get that in there. I'm horrible with making coffee. I want to talk with some of the coffee shops around here, see if we can get like a little class. I don't know, we'll see. See how that works. paying attention like I should. All right, the cup I'm using is the double-walled Kuvik. Love that cup. Not the lightest camping cup, but I love the feel of titanium. Oof. Well, maybe we could have done the boil test. Bet you in the summer it would probably be closer to 2 minutes. Gotta love that background though. Hopefully the wind isn't messing up the mic sound. And hopefully you guys can hear the birds in the background. Okay, that is all we're gonna need. Yeah, I'm kind of appreciating this more and more I get to use this. I don't know where these flare-ups came from. Huh. Excuse me. Is that from the ground? Okay, I don't know. Perfect. All right. While we're waiting for that to final drip, let's give final thoughts. All right, so final thoughts on the stove. The stove is pretty good. For the money, it's definitely worth it, I think. And on the initial unboxing, longevity of it, we'll have to see over the amount of time we can use it. But before we talk anymore, let's give the coffee a try. I think that's a better way to make the coffee. So personally, I like the stove. I think the quality could be a little better, but if you pay for better quality, you're going to pay in money. So great stove. We'll see how long it lasts. It works perfect with that pot from Fire Maple. So give it a try. It doesn't hurt. So please click like and subscribe. Remember, I do this so you don't have to. I freeze my keister off in this beautiful beach environment so you guys don't have to as well. Have a great day and keep warm.